Hello, this is Annette with Project Refine Life. Welcome to my channel and this VR to Jonathan Dailey with the tag Last 10 Decks. So this is all about the last 10 decks that you purchased or have been brought into your collection. But I wanted to just first touch on the fact that Jonathan is from Maui. Now he is not in any danger, he's okay, but he is concerned with all of the devastation going on the island. So on his community page, he does have a link for goods and supplies that need to be sent to Maui. Since all of the shelves are bare within the island, Maui Brew Company has made it possible to have a list on Amazon of items that are needed. So anything that you can contribute, I'm sure would be greatly appreciated. And since it's coming from Amazon and being delivered to the island, I think that this is a really great idea. So I'm going to go ahead and put the link that he has on his community page, same link, in my description section of this video. But let's go ahead and get right to the last 10 decks. So right here, I have the Squid Cake Tarot. Now, these decks are in no particular order as to when I received them. These are just the last 10 decks that I've received within my collection. And this sweetie, it is so cute. The guidebook is amazing. If you're considering looking into Marseille and reading with Marseille, I would highly suggest this cute little deck. Not only is it portable, you can take it everywhere, but the little faces are so cute. And I really didn't think that I would get along with these little faces, but it really does make the Marseille a little bit more approachable when you're looking at these sweet little faces. And I know this is going to be weird for me because I have all the decks out, but I just wanted to make this a quick video and highlight the last 10 decks because I thought this was a really neat little tag. And this tag has been out for 3 months and I'm just now getting to it. So again, this is the Squid Cake Tarot. And this here is the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck. I think that this deck is so awesome. I love the artwork. I love the guidebook more than even the archetypes deck. And I don't know why, but there is something about this deck in particular that really calls my attention. I really enjoy it. The only thing about this deck is the shape. I think it's easier to work with than a round deck, but it's still difficult. You see all that going on? Like, in order to get it back together, you really have to work on it so that way you can shuffle. And I have seen some people shuffle this on the side and they've done okay, but that's the only thing about it. But cardstock is great. It is a little thick, but it's a matte finish and it's really nice. I really do enjoy the deck. So regardless of how shuffling it feels, it's going to be okay because I really enjoy the deck. Next is the Nature and Soul Yoga Wisdom cards. This is a square deck and it is much easier for me to handle, to be honest, but I do love the watercolor images within this deck and the fact that it talks about yogic philosophy and yoga poses on each card. What is special about this deck in comparison to other yoga decks is that in each specific card description, it talks about the emotional and physical aspect of that particular pose and emotionally how it affects you. So I really like this deck. This is such a gorgeous deck. It works with so many of my tarot decks. It's so pretty, and I just love that. Look at the mountain pose where you have this mountain in back and all these little layered images. It is really something that you can get lost in if you just keep looking at the images and keep just focusing on it. It's a beautiful deck. Next is the Mushroom Oracle. Now, I haven't worked a whole lot with this deck, just a little bit, and the reason being is because I feel like it's more of a fall deck. It really does have those tones, but I do want to do a video. That doesn't sound right, but anyhow, I want to do a video just pairing this deck up with a few of my tarot decks because I feel like it has great potential for being one of those all-rounders that you can grab and pair up with many of your other tarot decks. And I just love the art. It is so pretty. Very, very gorgeous. I took a while with this one just because I wasn't quite sure, but now that I've got it, look at this. It is beautiful. It is a beautiful, beautiful deck. So that is the Mushroom Oracle. Next is the Coastal Curiosities deck. Guys, this deck is something else. The cardstock is amazing. Beautiful, beautiful cardstock. It has this really linen finish on it. The art is beautiful. I love this deck. It is such a good deck. The guidebook is great. The images are just amazing, and the title word or the keyword within the deck is enough for you to just kind of take off and use your intuition with. But if you tune in to the guidebook, it has all these little like teardrops and circles and flowers and diamonds. They add layers to your reading, and I love anytime that you can add additional layers to your reading with the elemental associations within the deck. So this is the Coastal Curiosities Oracle. This is the Mantra Oracle. This is another just absolutely stunning, stunning deck. The art is beautiful, and look at this. This is such a beautiful, calming style of art, and look at, she has a universe just floating through her head, like everything's there. It is just a beautiful, beautiful deck. There's a mantra for each and every card, and when you open up the guidebook and look through the guidebook, it's not a direct like this is what this card means kind of a deal. It's more of a conversation, more of a plática, where you're invited to take in what the mantra means and maybe decide for yourself how you're going to apply it. I mean, it is pretty open and pretty descriptive, but it gives you room to think about how you're going to apply it to your own day or to your practice. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous deck, and I really have been enjoying this. These colors are just so calming and so beautiful. I really like it. This is the Wild and Sacred Feminine deck. And this deck, oh my goodness, this used to be, I think, the Mother's Oracle or the Sacred Mother's deck. I can't remember the exact name. I wanted this deck for so long, and it was just so much in the resale market that I never thought that I would get it. And then they finally released it in mass market. It took me a few months, but this is one of those decks now that just stays really close by. This deck offers so much healing within the guidebook. It does address the shadow aspect as well, so it's not just light. It covers the good as well as the shadows, so that you can read into it and really apply this to your life. This deck is so special. I really love this deck. I know I say that about a lot of them, but this particular deck, I can see how this one will be a mainstay in so many areas of my life. I really love this deck. Now, our lighting is coming in and out because we have clouds which are hopefully forming a monsoon that we're going to get into this area. I am hoping so. Let's see how it goes. Now, this is new into my collection, and it took me a long time to get it. This is the Forager's Daughter Afterlight deck or tarot. Now, I never got the dark edition of this deck because I thought that since it's an animal deck, that it would compete with the Brady Tarot. And I love the Brady Tarot. So when they came out with the Afterlight edition, I thought, okay, well, it's a lighter tone and it's an animal deck, so I'll try it. So I finally got it, and I absolutely love it. And let me tell you that it reads absolutely nothing like the Forager's Daughter. It is a completely different deck. The guidebook is amazing. It is an actual book, and I don't have it close by, but let me tell you, it is a beautiful, beautiful deck. The guidebook is amazing. It's beautiful. And she has a really lovely Patreon, which I have joined for now. I don't know how long I'll stay on there, but I'm enjoying the content that she has right now. I just wanted to dig in a little bit deeper and get to know the deck a little bit more. So I decided that, you know, joining the Patreon would be a good way of kind of deepening my connection with this deck. But it really, it's a beautiful deck. So you really don't need to deepen anything by purchasing anything, but it's gorgeous. This deck, I have waited so long for this deck, and this is another one of my unicorn decks coming into fruition because this is the Yoga Tarot. I never thought that I would be able to obtain this deck, and I am so happy to have it. It is filled with yoga poses or yoga philosophy on each and every card. It is vibrant, it is passionate, it is full of life and energy. I really like this deck. It is very different than the original edition that they had. I did start filming a walkthrough of this deck for some pairings, and I never quite finished it up. So I guess at one point I will go ahead and finish that up because I have found some really nice decks within my collection to pair up with this deck, and they have made amazing readings. But again, this is the Yoga Tarot and mass market, and I am so glad to have it. This is a fantastic deck. I really love it. Now this one. This is the Be With Your Body Tarot. This deck I really have not put down since I received it in July. I absolutely adore this deck. This deck relates the tarot in the eye of the body and working with the body and coming into body acceptance and dealing with thoughts and feelings that you have within the body and how they relate to the body and working through your issues that attach to the body. It is amazing. I really adore this deck. It has not gone anywhere. Truthfully, I'm going to show you how far it stays from me. So this is the middle of my desk. I go like this. It's right there, just like that. It does not go far because I am just loving working with this deck. I've purchased the meditations that go along with it, and I do understand that she's coming out with a course that's going to go as another option to join this deck, which I am pretty excited about because I really love the deck. I love the way that the suits have been renamed. It is a beautiful deck. So that's it, guys. Those are my 10 decks. I have counted them all to make sure that I didn't miss any because I did record this video just a little while ago. And guess what? I sure did. I brought in 9 and I forgot the 10. So here we are with all 10 decks. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you later.